Hey guys, what's going on? Chris here. So, as you can see, I am starting to remove the transmission. I've gotten a lot of the other stuff done. I just have a couple of bolts that I'm having a fun time getting to that are up on around the top. I've got all the electrical connections undone and all that fun shit. But there's a couple that want to break my balls, so hopefully I can get to it with this. I need that to be 15. So let you see what I'm doing. All right, so what I'm doing is this is the transmission, obviously. Well, this is the bell housing, actually, for the clutch, but it's attached to the transmission. So, I'm trying to get this loose so that I can get all the bolts loose so that I can get it out of here. Oh, that's not gonna work either. Some of these ones on top are in a real tough spot. These long tube headers. Oh. These long tube headers are right in my way. Son of a bitch. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use my 1/4 inch, I think. Let me see if I can just break it loose with this. I couldn't even get enough of a turn on this to turn it. You know what I should have grabbed is my electric fucking socket wrench. See, I'm on it. I just have no room to turn at all. Yeah, like I'm getting a couple of clicks, which is not nearly enough. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run in and get my I'm gonna have to, or maybe a stubby socket wrench might work. Let me see if I got a 3/8 stubby on here. Well, I can tell you one thing. This is definitely not a stubby, but it's shorter than that one. That is a long 3/8 wrench for leverage. So this one might get me up in here. Yeah, it looks like it will. So that I can have some room to maneuver. Oh yeah. Fuck you. Jesus Christ. For the record, none of them have been this hard so far. I've gotten a bunch out, and this is the first one that's this hard. Jesus fucking Christ. Why is that one in there so fucking hard? Alright, you know what? I'm gonna have to use a swivel, a universal, a long extension, and an impact. So I'm going to go from this to this. I'm going to use that same deep socket, and I'm going to use these two with a swivel in the middle and my impact, my 3/8 impact. So when you get that stuff, you should be able to get it like that. Alright, where the hell did that universal joint go? 3/8 universal. Where the fuck are you? Sockets. Where's my universal joint? You fucker. Is there a universal joint down there? No, all sockets. You know what? I might just try 2 extensions and a universal socket if I don't find these in a minute. In the car because when I was disconnecting the shifter from inside, there was a couple of bolts that were a pain in my ass to get to. Alright, so I'm going to try this to this to this. We'll see how that does. Fucking long tubes are in my way no matter which way I go. Fucking O2 sensor. If I could fucking see. Excuse my language. These jobs are not really all that fun sometimes, and shit is a pain in the neck like this. No, that's not the word I wanted to use. I'm trying to be polite for you guys. Fuck. Alright, you know what? We're going to try to pop this out right here. See if I can possibly hold that in place on something. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to get a 1/2 to 3/8 reducer, and I'm going to use a 1/2 inch impact, and that thing's coming right off. Alright, where's my 1/2 to 3/8 reducer? I don't know if I'll be right back, guys. I got to just run and grab that because I know I didn't bring one out. I'll be right back. Alright. So I brought Big Bertha with me too. I have a smaller 1/2 inch impact out here, but this one seems to be kind of stubborn, and this fucking thing will break a bolt. And if worse comes to worse, I'll just fucking drill a hole in it and back it out with a reversing tool, reversing bit. Come on, baby. How the fuck? Excuse my language, but how on God's green earth is that thing not coming loose? Fucking universal joint, that's why. Oh, I believe I got it. I believe I got it. Loosen it now. Oh yeah. That's coming now. That thing's got 1,400 pounds of torque, so I would suspect I would be able to get it with that. Either that or it's spinning around on the nut, which I hope not. I'm using the right size nut. This fucking thing. It was stripping the fucking thing, wasn't it? Yep, it was stripping it. You fuck. You motherfuck. That's gonna make my life a pain in the ass. Son of a bitch. I'm gonna have to get one of my, I have one of those. By the way, I don't smoke weed. This is a cigar. I like my Cubans too. I got some nice Cubans a buddy of mine brought back from the Dominican Republic. And pretty soon I'm going on vacation and I'm going to either Aruba or Bora Bora because I haven't been on a vacation in 5 years. So I don't take them that often, but when I do a good one. Ugh. This is fucking twisted on it too. Son of a bitch. I gotta get that other tool I have for stripping nuts. It's not really stripped, it's just that thing is that fucking tight. I can't believe it's that. Maybe I can get it from in the cab. I might be able to get it from in the cab, or I might have to just take the bell housing off first. I didn't really want to take the bell housing off at all, but I don't think I'm gonna have a choice at this rate. Alright, let's see. What other bolts do I have? There's one right there. All the other ones were really fairly easy. I don't know why that one's giving me such a hard time. Where's that bolt? Is it short? No, I need it deep. Maybe I need the extension off. Actually, you know what? Where's my... Let's try this. Actually, let's try it with this side first. No, I got no room for that. Never mind. Shit in my way. Let's go back to plan A. Fuck. Excuse my language, guys. I don't usually cuss like this. Well, that's not true. I usually don't, but on jobs like this, I usually do. So, it's not normally me, but on jobs like this, it's normally me. This job sucks. It's not as bad as the headers though. Alright, there we go. I'm getting a little traction. Oh no, I gotta pull that down. What am I doing? Ugh. Oh, you fuck. Son of a bitch. I don't know if I'd be better off going up higher with the car. Maybe I'll try that. Let me lift it up a little higher so I could try to get up there better. So, and also, by the way, I usually wear some sort of microphone, but I've got all kinds of fancy microphones coming in. I took all your guys' advice, and I got a setup of microphones that goes to my DSLR camera, so I can have better video and better audio in one shot. Because I already have the camera and some really good lenses, but I need some really good audio to go with it. So I ordered the best, Sennheiser. So you guys should be able to see and hear me very clearly very shortly. Something else, there's no room. This is like reminding me of the fucking other job. This fucking thing. Where's the other one? Yeah, those headers were brutal. If you can see up there where the bolts are. You can't, let's see. You see those header bolts? Oh my god, that was so brutal. On both sides. This side was horrible. You can't even really see them. Hold on. Oh my god, that's just the first one. They were so bad. That was such a horrible job. One that I would never want to have to do again in my life. Okay. Let's see how I'm going to get to this. That's a tough spot. Alright, let me try. Something like this again. Where's the short extension? Go a long one to a short one. So I socket and see if I can maneuver it in there. I tried to use that tall transmission jack. I had it in another video where I was unloading it, I think. A buddy of mine loaned it to me. And I don't think I'm going to be able to use it because underneath, this is a mid-rise lift. And once it's underneath here, I don't have any room to lower the transmission. So I'm going to be like stuck under here with it. And I would have had to pull it off with the machine or something. I don't know, who knows, but I don't want to be in that circumstance, so I'm just going to lower the lift and use the short jack. Oh, shit. Alright, get on there. Oh my god, there's so much fucking shit in my way. If you're considering buying one of these cars, they're fantastic and they're crazy fast, but they're such a bitch to work on. It's so tight. I got that one pretty easy. That's about what I was expecting from this thing. I can't believe the other one's giving me such a hard time. I think those are the last two, but unless I'm missing something. Let's see. Oh shit, oh my god, that is in such a bad spot. There's another one way up there that's in a terrible fucking spot. Again, excuse my language. Son of a bitch. Let me try to, that one, and there might be one more on this side. I think I might have to try to do those from in the car because I have the whole shifter out. Yep, there's one on each side, and there might even be one in the middle. Son of a bitch. Let me give this one more shot. You know what? Let me use a swivel socket. A 15 millimeter swivel socket. Let me see if that helps. Oh, that's the problem. It wasn't deep enough. Yeah, that's definitely the problem. Alright, so let's try to skip this other, or put the other extension before this. And then just go right from the swivel to the deep. Let's see what that will get us. Stripping that fucking thing even more. It's gonna really suck. Then I gotta buy a bolt for this, and then I gotta pull that one out somehow. Yep, it's just fucked it up. That thing's fucked up. If I could get to the top of it, I might be able to get it with an open-end wrench. I can't get a fucking wrench on it. Maybe I could get a shorty wrench. Let me see if I got a short 15 millimeter out here. I can try to use something for some leverage. But this way, at least you guys are seeing that this job is not easy at all. Nothing is on this car. I mean, even the sway bars, I had to drop the whole subframe to put the sway bars in. This is a fairly short 15. This is one of my shitty ones that I leave in the garage out here, but I have short ratcheting wrenches inside, but I don't want to keep bringing you guys out here while I'm trying to show you what's going on. Wait a minute, tell me that's not a fucking... Yeah, everything is 15. It has to be a 15. It'd be nice if I could fucking see what I was doing. Oh my god, I really can't see the goddamn thing. to spin to. Fuck me. Alright, I gotta get that. I have a socket that is right here. So you see this thing will, those pins will go in around any damaged bolts. And it will usually work, but this thing is in there really good. I'm hoping for the best. Shit. It won't go on it because that fucking bolt for the I'm gonna have to cut that. The bolt is long outside of the nut for the heat shield, but it has another point to hold on to out here. But right now it looks like I'm gonna have to take the transmission off and leave the bell housing on, which I did not want to do it that way at all. But I don't think I'm gonna have a choice. So I guess I gotta start disconnecting this bell housing. See, that's about how the rest of them were. They were torqued, and once you break the torque, they got a little thread locker, but they're not bad. The rest of them were like that. I don't know why the hell that one is so difficult. So you break the torque, the thread lock, it ain't the end of the world. What's this thing? This thing's got another one right there. Just got a fucking metal bracket in the way. Well, kind of in the way, let's see. There we go. That wasn't so bad. I have a right angle impact that I'm going to come back and take these the rest of the way out with. Once I've loosened them, there's one up there. And that would be this thing right here. It's a right angle impact. It's 250 pounds of torque. This with just that. I think I need an extension. Actually, you know what? I could use a 15mm swivel. These swivel sockets are like a must. I didn't buy them for the longest time. I'm like, I'll just use a universal joint with a short socket. Oh my god, dude. It's such a game changer. Such a game changer. You gotta have them. You just gotta have them. They were worth every penny, and my half-inch set was $400, 200 for standard, 200 for metric. And really, I didn't even need the standard, but the few times that I do, it's worth having them too. These my cars are all metric. This, I don't know if there's anything more on top. Is that one right there? Let me see. See, the thing is, they still have those freaking plastic things sticking into holes on the transmission. Need one of these, or the plastic scissor ones. The metal scissor ones. I have the scissor ones too, somewhere, but right now I think this is fine. What I'm looking for, what I'm reaching for. And then this sensor, that's unplugged. Okay, that's fine. This one's gonna pop out. And when this is all done and I do a test drive, I'll show you guys the radio that I put in here, because I did 3 amplifiers, a capacitor on each amplifier. Not all 3, because one of them is a factory one, and it only goes to the 2 front tweeters, the 2 3.5 inch. But the 6x9s in the doors, the 6.5s in the rear, those go to a JL Audio. And then I have an Alpine an Alpine amp going to an Alpine sub, as well as a Polk Audio. The Polk Audio is in the rear deck, and the Alpine sub is in a box in the trunk. Okay, there's that one. Alright, I thought I saw another one. I could have sworn there was one more. That's it. There's one up there. Alright. That one came out relatively easy, almost all the way out. There we go. That's out. Nice. That was easy. Alright. Now I should be able to get to that bolt with this regular socket wrench. Where's that 15 millimeter swivel socket? What did I have it on? Did I have it on that? Come on, this is too tight of an area to use my 1/2 inch stuff. Where the hell is that 15 millimeter? There it is. An extension on that. No, I can't get it. Okay, that's loose. Now we're going to put an extension. And use this. It. Okay, come on a second. Alright, there's got to be another one or 2 up top. Is that a bolt? No. I've done clutches before, I've just never done one on this car. And this is actually my first double disc, and I had to order. I don't know why I didn't think to order it, or why the salesperson didn't think to tell me to order it, but I needed a double disc alignment tool, because when you do a clutch job, you have to use an alignment tool, because it's actually incredibly important. It's more important than on just about any other job on any other thing on this job, or any other job on a vehicle, really. The car's not going anywhere if you don't have the clutch, so it's pretty damn important. Is there any? I have to take that 10 millimeter out. Let's just do that real quick. There's my flywheel. That's getting replaced. Everything is getting replaced. The flywheel, the throw-out bearing, the pilot bearing I already have. I'm waiting for the rest of the parts tomorrow. The clutch itself, the pressure plate, the 2 discs, the 1 disc with 2 discs. I gotta figure out what I'm doing with that. I might just cut that. The 1 plate with 2. The what else? The throw-out bearing, the ARP bolts. I ordered ARP bolts, so that's for the flywheel though. That's not for out here. So I'm sure I have a bolt I can replace that with. If not, I'll go buy one. I tend to use better hardware than they ever put on this. I have all number A stuff, and if it's not the right thread pattern, I'll just tap it or put it on the lathe and make it the right thread pattern. But anyway, I'm getting pretty close. I have a couple more bolts, and then I can finish taking this cross member off and lower the transmission, which I have to do on my lower jack, which is meant for like when you're on jack stands or something. This thing from Harbor Freight. But I have that bigger one over there that's for on a lift, but this lift doesn't go high enough. It's just gonna be, I'm gonna be stuck with that thing down here. I won't be able to lower it enough to get it out of here. So it's not a good idea to use that, obviously. Oh, there's another fucking wire sticking through there. I'll get that out. These plastic things holding the wires in are a big pain in my ass. No, there's 2 more actually. Should be wearing some gloves because this is a knuckle buster for sure. I might go get some while I put you guys on a break, because I'm gonna go get a sawzall or an air saw and cut that bolt, whatever is gonna reach up in there. Probably a sawzall with a long blade, a long metal blade. That's probably what I'm gonna have to use. And then I'll definitely start filming again before I drop the transmission. Sorry if the audio quality sucks, but I can promise you one thing. The next video I do, the audio quality is going to be the best it can be, because I ordered Sennheiser stuff. I ordered the wireless one that goes right to the DSLR camera. I ordered the receiver. I ordered the microphones with the receiver and the transceiver with the receiver, so I could do it from a wireless mic or from an actual mic on a stand. So I'm gonna have all different kinds of really high quality sound, because several people mentioned that, as well as the video. And that's going to go right with my DSLR camera, because it wasn't recording sound. That's why I haven't been using it. So, all you guys that mentioned that, I hear you. I heard you. And I'm doing something about it. And I'm pretty sure by now, anybody that watches my stuff knows that I don't do this for any kind of sponsor. I don't do this for any kind of benefit, except to share this stuff with you guys, like you guys did with me. There we go. Perfect. That's out. Anything else on this side? That's loose, okay. Alright. Let me just show you guys what I'm seeing real quick. So that's what I was pulling out. That one, all these wires that were stuck in those holes. You know, all these plastic things that are sticking them in there. And then I put a vacuum cap on the transmission line, or the clutch line. And then there's a couple of sensors on this side, but they're all disconnected. Everything's disconnected. So I'm almost ready to drop this transmission. I just have to, I'm gonna lower the car, see if I can get to those bolts easier from inside, since everything's out, the whole shifter's out and everything. So maybe I can get to those bolts easier from inside with a long extension and a universal. If so, that'll be great. If not, then I'll figure it out. But either way, once I do figure it out and I'm ready to take these couple bolts out and drop the transmission, you see I have the drive shaft disconnected already, which I may just actually take the whole drive shaft out. I may go from the back as well. I may take the whole thing out, take that part off and that part, and then the heat shield, so I can drop the whole thing. Because at some point, you see how that, I know it's lifted right now, but even when it's on the ground, that differential has a pivot that goes down to the wheels. So they make a 9-inch differential that has a 4-inch aluminum drive shaft, and also comes with the two rear axles and the rear wheel hubs as well. And it's $7,500. So I didn't do it right now because I'm not at the point where I need all that stuff yet, but I'm getting closer. And when I put the stroked motor in, I'm gonna be like borderline blow my differential, and probably transmission I'm gonna have to change too. And I'm definitely gonna need to do strut tower braces and probably even a roll cage if I do the Whipple. But I'll decide once I put the stroked motor in, I'll see if that's enough for me, and if I want to put the Whipple or not. Something tells me I'm probably going to want to go with the Whipple too, but we'll see just how powerful that motor is. But it's fully forged, just in case I do want to put the Whipple, so I can put like 25-30 pounds of boost on it. Alright, so I'm going to see what else I got, see if I can get it from inside, and I'll be back with you guys shortly. Well, for 2 seconds for you guys. This is I think the 3rd or 4th segment, and tomorrow all my high-end audio stuff is getting delivered, and I'm going to start using my DSLR camera with the high-end audio, so you guys will be getting a lot better video quality. See you in a few. Hey guys, so as you can see, transmission's out. Sorry I didn't get to record during that time, but a buddy of mine came and gave me a hand. And in case you guys haven't noticed, I'm not really the type of guy that I never thought I would even be doing YouTube videos. But I think I've explained why in the past, but I don't want to be putting anybody else on cam. I'm not one of these guys that's like all flashy and like trying to show off with all my friends and all that kind of stuff. I don't do that. So I wanted to be respectful to him and not do anything with anybody here. So anyways, the transmission's out. So a couple of things. So there was these two bolts. I had to take the windshield wipers off, and the whole trim. I'm going to try to show you. So this whole trim piece up top had to come off, and the windshield wipers, and then reach down back there, and you can get much easier access to them. It actually wasn't that bad. And then after that, the transmission came off relatively easy. So then I started I got the clutch off. There's the old pressure plate there, and the flywheel's in the back on the top of the Milwaukee box. But so I get the old pilot bearing out. Oh, speaking of the pilot bearing, so I watched a couple of videos that said to use bread, like actual bread that you would make a sandwich with, and it fucking works. I had a large reversing tool that you would, back out a large bolt or something, or large whatever with, and it was just the right diameter for the center of the pilot bearing. Let me show you that. I'm saying throw out bearing because I just finished with that. I'm going to show you that next. But here is, oh shit, I put my light over there. Okay, so this is where it is. That's the pilot bearing right there. All right, and that to get the old one out, it was stuck in there pretty damn good. So when I looked on YouTube, which is again why I do these videos, because I've gotten so much out of other people's videos, they packed it full of bread. One guy did grease and bread, another guy just did bread. So I just did bread. And I had my buddy actually ran to the store and picked up a loaf of bread because I'm at my shop. I didn't really have, I have some stuff here in my waiting area and stuff, but not bread. So he went and got the bread, and I started stuffing it in there. Only took a couple of pieces of white bread and just hammering that thing in there. I wrapped electrical tape around it, hammered in there with my little mini sledge, and it started coming out. And then you pack some more bread and it keeps coming out, and it actually got it out. I was blown away. So bread is the answer to getting the pilot bearing out. I'm sorry, yes, it is the pilot bearing. Sorry. And then I go to put the flywheel on, and I start putting my 277 red Loctite on the bolts, the brand new ARP bolts, and I get a couple bolts in, and I realize that there's 2 bolts that the holes don't line up. They're slightly off. So I tried repositioning it several different ways, and they're still off. There's not a way to get them to line up. So I call Summit Racing, where I called and ordered all this stuff. And normally I don't call an order like that. I just look up the things for my specific year, make, and model, and I order them myself. I trusted this person. He seemed really knowledgeable. He knew a lot about the car. He knew a lot about the transmission. But he sent me the wrong damn flywheel. He sent me a flywheel for a 5.7. I don't understand how that happens. I mean, I don't know how much clearer I could have been that it was a 392, 6.4 Scat Pack Shaker SRT. That not an RT 5.7. It's a bigger motor. I don't know how he sent me that flywheel. And the clutch is right. So is the throwout bearing. It's just like a big clusterfuck. And now, even though they're overnighting it, it's 11 o'clock at night. When I called them, it's almost midnight now, and so that means tomorrow it'll leave. So the following day, and this shipment was 2 days late as it is. This whole project has turned into a nightmare because like I should have gotten all this stuff and then started it, but I also have to blame myself because I should have started it before the clutch went. I should have done this job before I blew the clutch, so it's on me too. I knew I had too much power in the car for the stock clutch. It is what it is. I didn't get it done because I was going to do it over the winter, and we didn't really have a winter. So, anyways, I'm at a complete standstill right now because I don't have parts, or I don't have one part. But the pilot bearing's in, the throwout bearing is in. There's the transmission. Let me see. All right. There's the throwout bearing. I'm gonna fill that up with brake fluid so that I don't have to bleed it as much. I'm gonna do that shortly when I end this video. But really, all you do is just you take this. Hold on, let me get where you can see it. You take this plug out right there, that rubber plug. You take the pin off and take that plug out, and that plug is just filling the hole where the line is going to go. But I'm going to fill that up with brake fluid, same stuff I use in the car, which is all AMSOIL. I use AMSOIL pretty much everything. So I'm going to fill that up, and that's all I can do right now until the new stuff comes in. So I'll probably make this a 2-part video because of that. I told you guys and showed you guys I got some new audio equipment, which actually since then I got even more. I got took it pretty seriously when you guys said that you wanted some better video and better audio. So the little, $50 microphone that I bought, that I made a couple videos with, and the sound was better, you guys noticed. But the sound's going to be really good. I got all top of the line audio stuff. I got wireless, I got wired for when I'm inside, and I have a DSLR camera, and I made the video showing you guys the new audio stuff with that camera. But come to find out, the T7 does not have an external mic input. It only has it has a 2.5 millimeter, an HDMI mini, and a micro or mini USB or micro, whatever it is. So I ordered a T8i, a Canon Rebel T8i that has a lot better video quality and has a wireless mic input, or a mic input. So I got this here. This is a Sennheiser, Sennheiser receiver with the 2 microphones that came with it. Then I also got this for wireless, which one goes on the camera and plugs into the camera. The other one goes on me and has an omnidirectional microphone. And it came in this nice hard case. So I just like with everything I do, I went a little bit balls to the wall. And then I also ordered this separately because that's another wireless for that receiver. So I can use both of those 2 wireless for that receiver, but when I'm inside, I'll be using that. I'll just plug that into, I have an adapter that goes to the camera, and I can record the video and audio together. Once the new camera will be on Saturday, it'll be at Best Buy. That's where I ordered it from. So I got all this stuff so I can make you guys some high quality video with some high quality audio, so you can actually hear what I'm saying and see what I'm doing. So I'm not messing around. I'm trying to, and again, nobody paid for this stuff but me. I'm grateful for what I've achieved. I'm grateful for the opportunities I've been given, and I'm grateful for the information that I got on YouTube from other YouTubers that was a big help in getting me to where I've gotten to. So for me to spend, a couple grand on audio and video equipment to make better videos for you guys, to return the favor that you guys did for me by making your videos that helped me out all these times, is really insignificant in the big scheme of things, because some of the things that I've learned have helped me tremendously in building the business I built. So it's money well spent as far as I'm concerned. So look forward to the upcoming videos being in some high quality video and audio. I'm gonna make one. I'm not gonna have the camera till Saturday, but I have my thermal clip-on coming in tomorrow, as well as my new impact. I got another impact that I'm gonna keep as a 22. I'm not gonna change it, and the other impact is gonna go to a 30 caliber, and I probably will rarely use 25 on the impacts. My Pantera's at 25, my Crown's at 25. And then I got the Rattler for a 357. So I just have been spending so much time tuning when changing calibers. It's insane, and it was worth it to buy another impact just to leave them and not mess with them. And if I mess with one, at least the other is like completely set up for that caliber. If anything, it'll be the 30 going to 25 and back. The 22 is not going to change. That's the new one that's coming in. And I ordered a Sabre Tactical top rail, Sabre Tactical bottom rail, Sabre Tactical buttstock, monopod. I'm putting the Accutech bipod on it, and I have another bipod coming in. The guy Nikolai, he does some airgun videos from Russia. I saw him at the NAC and paid him for a bipod on the spot. So he's shipping me one. I'm really looking forward to getting that, because it's an awesome bipod that you want your one hand, you move it up and down, left and right, to move the gun up and down, left and right,
it really is a phenomenal design, and he designed it, and he puts them together and everything. So it's very impressive. I'm pretty blown away that he came up with that on his own. I saw somebody else with one at the competition, like when we were first sighting in, and I asked him about it because I had seen it on the videos, and he said that guy in the videos makes them. And I'm like, really? Could you put me in touch with him? He's like, oh, he's right over here. And I'm like, oh, no kidding. So that worked out flawlessly, and that's one of the reasons I'm glad I went, is because I got to meet people like that, the guy that helped me out and the guy that makes them, and lots of other people. So, anyways, I'll make this the end of the first part of the video so that I can put this on, and then I will I'll make another video, and the stuff is coming in. It's just everything got screwed up. It's not gonna. The flywheel won't be here till Friday. By the time that gets here on Friday, I'm not gonna have the camera until Saturday. So the new videos will have to be not the impact, not the rest of the clutch. You know, whatever I do next week, which my life is crazy, and I'm always taking on crazy projects. So I'm always doing something nuts. So anyways, I got I put a new melting pot for when that big bullet trap that I built. All the stuff that I take out of it is like, it's dirty because it's got a mixture of pieces of targets or pieces of whatever else I'm shooting, like wood or whatever else it is, metal pieces and whatever else, all mixed in with it. So I usually like burn it off, but it's been making a mess of the melting pot. And also I've been gathering too much lead for the melting pot. I got a bigger melting pot, but that melting pot I'm gonna leave for clean lead. I got one of those propane furnace things that you make the cement and you paint it with the cement, and then you use a crucible. So I did all that, and that's ready for I'm gonna start putting the dirty lead in there to let it burn all the shit off, and use the exhaust fan and everything while it's going. This is it right here. So, that's it right there. Not the best paint job, but it's gonna contain the heat. And there's a lid for it right over there. And there's the propane tank that I hooked it up to. So I'm gonna use that for the dirty lead, and here's the crucible and the tongs and the stone you put it on. So I'm gonna use that for the dirty lead, which there's a ton of piled up already. Like all of this, that whole bucket full. I have like 50 pounds of lead right now, but it's mixed with wood and everything else. And then the new 20-pound melting pot is also 2/3 of the way full already. I mean, it's mostly it's at least, yeah, almost 2/3 full. It's more than half full. So I have a lot of lead to cast, but I do a lot of shooting, obviously. So that's another thing that I just recently did, but I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. I don't really it seems like I probably have a lot of free time, but I really don't. I really work like a nut, and then I work like a nut at night doing my stuff like this. So anyways, I don't know what's coming up next after that stuff, but I'll make those videos the best I can. I'll use the iPhone, and I'll use the good wireless stuff plugged into that, because I have an adapter for the iPhone or iPad. Maybe I'll use the iPad, and whatever. I'll do the best I can, but there will be some much better video and audio quality coming up. So anyways, this is the end of the first video. When I come back, I will finish the Challenger clutch install. And I didn't even show you the clutch. The clutch looks good. I took it apart to take, they have the paper sheets in between the two discs, and the pressure plate and the plate in between the two discs. So I took the front pressure plate off. I took the first disc out, and then that second plate and the other disc you're not supposed to take apart because they have spacers already done in there. So I didn't take that apart. I just loosened it so that I could get the sheets of paper out. But I'll show it to you really quick before I end the video so you can see. And the pressure plate seems like seriously heavy duty, and I got metallic discs. They seem like pretty serious. They're definitely high quality, and I can see why they would hold so much power. So here it is. It's a ram clutch, and I ordered the steel alignment tool. So the plastic one that they send with it is obviously less than optimal, because where the hell is the camera on this thing? Because it would never hold up to this thing. That plastic would bend so easily, and then it wouldn't be straight. So it doesn't make sense not to use the right tool. So if you guys do this, make sure you buy the right tool. This was like, it was like $40-something, and then of course I paid the extra for the 2-day shipping so I would have it in time for the installation, which isn't the time for the installation, which is another nail in the coffin. But anyway, so you can't see the discs right now, but you know what, I'll pop it open for you. I don't want to do these videos half-assed and let you guys wonder what it looks like. I'll show it to you. Let me just grab a socket wrench and the right sockets. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so these are 12-point sockets. There are some bolts that are for the flywheel that are an inverted excuse me, I'm having a brain fart. Torque spit, an inverted torque. But these are just 12.8 millimeter bits or bolts rather. So obviously when you actually assemble this, you torque these by hand and you do it to spec. I'm just taking it off real quick for you guys. I'll put it back on like that. I'll probably just put them snug and then I'll tighten them by hand, even though it's not even assembled. This has got to get disassembled before it gets put back on anyway. But that's the pressure plate and that's the metallic disc. So that's one of the 2 metallic discs. So you take this off, and that's the plate that's in between the 2, and there's another one underneath that, and then that's the back of it. So there's another disc that's in there. Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm doing, can you? Let me see. I gotta look at the camera to see if you can see what I'm doing. All right, so this is it. This is the inside. This is the first disc. This is the alignment tool. This is the first disc. This is the pressure plate. And that's the second disc encapsulated in between the disc that goes in between the 2, which is already pre-spaced and everything when you get it. So this is in here, and this is going to be in here with the pressure plate. So it's going to be both of those 2 discs, and then that goes there, and you put the alignment tool in, and you align these all together, and then you do that with the flywheel also, obviously, once that actually gets here. And then I can put this on the car, and then you put this on, and line up your bolt holes, and then you, in a staggered pattern, which it's in the directions. It's actually, they're pretty thorough. all the torque specs are in there for this. They weren't in there for the throwout bearing. They weren't in there for some other stuff, but they are in there for the clutch itself. It doesn't give you any help on the removal. The instructions don't give you any help on the removal whatsoever. So hopefully this video will, but they definitely help you on the install. So hopefully it works out. Hopefully this is enough for me. I know it's enough for what I have right now, but I have big plans for this thing. Oh, one other video that's going to be coming up is they made a new, for my Denali, I have a Banks tuner in it. I put that in a long time ago. I've had that truck for a few years now. So the Banks tuner made a big difference. It's noticeable. But to do any more than that, you need to send out the ECM to get unlocked and all that kind of stuff. And by the computer, so at the crank, it's making 1,342 horsepower already. And you know, this thing is going to unlock, which really it's worth the $800 that it cost just to take the speed limiter off, because that's pissed me off from day one. I literally went back to GMC and I was like, dude, you guys gave me half my truck. This speedometer says 140 and you gave me a truck that stops at 100. Like, where's the other third of my truck? And they laughed and then said, that's a mandatory speed limiter, we can't take it off. So I haven't had that off since I bought the truck, which really sucks, but that's why I think it's worth it just for that feature alone, because unlocking the PCM, the ECM on that car, in that truck, excuse me, gives me the option to be able to do that. So that is obviously going to happen immediately, but that's coming in shortly, so I'll probably be making that video soon too. I just have a lot of stuff going on in a short period of time, and then a vacation coming up, so I have to get all this stuff done. And I'm looking forward to making some more fun videos for you guys when I get back from vacation too, but it's 2 or 3 weeks until I go, so well, today's, oh my god, it's gonna be 2 weeks. It's in 2 weeks. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's 2 weeks and I'm going on vacation, so it's sooner than I thought. The time just is going by so fast. So anyways, I'll look forward to making you guys some new cool videos when I get back, but I gotta pay my fiance some attention because she puts up with me doing all this bullshit all the time, every year, year in, year out, for 7 of them almost now, 6.5, whatever. So I gotta spend some more time with her. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I was able to help somebody out, and I'm looking forward to making the next video, and I'm looking even more forward to being able to make some higher quality videos with higher quality audio as well. Okay, so I hope I helped somebody out changing a Dodge Challenger transmission or clutch or whatever, any of these parts, and that's it. Have a great day, guys. Thank you. Hey guys, there goes my iPad. Alright, so I told you I'd finish this video. Well, it didn't actually work out the way I thought. The transmission's in, there it is, and everything's bolted in. I'm just torquing the bolts right now. Drive shaft is back in. I just have to get the exhaust from inside where I welded it. But obviously I brought the transmission out, mounted that, got all this stuff done. So I'm almost there, but my buddy was going to help me out today with the transmission. He's from Jamaica, and he used to work for me for a long time, and then I helped him start his own thing, and then but he still comes and helps me out whenever I need him. So, but he had some kind of an emergency. He had to go to Jamaica, so I just did it myself. Luckily, I was able to do that, but that's why I do this crazy shit, because I like to be able to do it when I need to. I don't like to need anybody. It's the best feeling in the world. For me. Anyway.
probably should have needed somebody for this. So my point is to interview you guys. I got two more on the top that I got to drop the car down and do them from up on the hood. And then I'm gonna grab the exhaust, put that in, and then I'm gonna start doing the inside, the shifter and everything. Come on, man. 42.9, almost there. This one was a 13. That's fine. That's another 13. We did that one. Alright, I guess it's just the top two now. Yep, just the top two. Alright, so I gotta drop it down. Oh, I gotta get the torque specs for the drive shaft. Do that. I gotta torque the drive shaft too. Almost done. So it's Saturday. I didn't really start until 3 o'clock, and it's 6:40 right now. So 3 hours and change. I got the transmission in, drive shaft in. Not too bad. All right. Rear cross member bolts. Rear transmission bolts. Did that. Those are torqued. Where's the drive shaft? Strut tower. This is all engine stuff and transmission. Engine, cylinder head, engine block. No, okay, I gotta go back. Because I'm looking for transmission bolts. Lead. 2017 Challengers, 6.46 speed. Drive shaft torque specs. Drive shaft, bolt torque. Okay. Transmission flange bolts. And nuts. What? This is different than what I got. Rear axle flange bolts, 156. No, in feet pounds it's 115. That's 72 for, oh no, that's the rear axle flange bolts. Transmission flange bolts, 115. Flange bolts, which ones are, oh, those are the bottom bolts, okay. They get 115 apparently. Transmission flange bolts, 72. It's higher than the last thing said. Alright, well, let's put this up to 72. I'd rather have it too tight than not tight enough. 72. Okay, so these gotta all go a little bit tighter. And now I'm gonna do 115 on those in the front, flange bolts. Okay. Oh, they're not bad. They're already up to 50 or so.
the six land bolt, the 6 land sockets. He's got 12. They work, but they'll spike if you gotta really torque it hard. One. Short 15. That's a 6 point. So the transmission actually slid in really easy. It was easy to slide it in the shaft because everything was lined up right and torqued, but it wasn't that easy to get it to slide in because the jack didn't want to move because of these tiles. So I had to get the machine and pull it. And you see how much easier with the right socket. Green again after it was red. I don't know. It's only 4.9. But these got to be 115 actually. What am I doing? All right. Extended one. Shit. I need the extension one. This one's torqued. Oh, yeah, that one's okay. These three right here got to be 115. Let's see if this one got to 115. 2, 115. Switch to 115. So I need a half inch. Shut this thing off. Shut it. Piece of shit. Sorry about the sound. I got the new camera today. Sound is not really great right now because I didn't hook any of it up, but I got the camera today. I just haven't gotten around to it because I've been working on this. But I will get it ready for the next video. It's a 3/8. Everything's a freaking 3/8. I got half-inch stuff in the back. It says 18, 15 half-inch. this actually right? Like, this needs to be torqued that hard? You know what? I'm gonna hit the radio back first. That's too far off. Got 15 on there. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude, really? How the fuck are the torque specs that high if it broke off a bolt? You motherfucker. That fucking thing is wrong, dude. Now I gotta go buy a fucking transmission bolt. That's beautiful. Transmission flange bolts and nuts. They're 115. For manual transmission, SRT 8 and amp manual, 115 pounds. Those are flange bolts. Alright, come on. Those are fucking flange bolts. What the fuck, dude? That's some fucking horse shit. Oh, fuck. I know why. That's going to the goddamn starter. The starter's got 2 other bolts. 3 other bolts, so I think it'll be alright for right now. I'll replace the bolt, but I won't need to do it before I drive, so these 2 have to be that torque spec. Although they aren't very much different, so I'm very skeptical right now. I'm taking it really easy because I'm so skeptical. You know, I'm not even gonna fucking torque it that hard, dude. I gotta go with the first one that was 72 because I'm not snapping these transmission bolts. Because right now, I don't know how much torque that's at. It was at 72 and I went a lot farther. And the transmission spacer it's tight on it. That's clamped down, and there's red Loctite 277 on every single bolt. So these aren't going anywhere. I know that. That red Loctite is like the strongest shit. All right, this goes to the back OBD2, and this goes to the other one. There was one plug, the clip for the transmission line. I need that for sure. I can't fucking believe I just snapped that. I might have a bolt that would work for that. It's gonna be fun to back out. Son of a bitch. Where's the I need those 2 bolts in that clip. There's those 2 bolts. No, those differential bolts.
this
I'm
transmission.
trying to get in the back door, but none of the codes work.
Oh my god, man, you're killing me, dude.
None
Bill
of the codes.
code, yo.
You just changed it.
I don't change. I haven't changed that fucking code. And I don't know how long, Manny. I don't know why it's only you that has problems with it.
I don't know. All the fucking codes I done put in, and now it says
Manny.
unauthorized user.
Well, now you locked yourself out, but you didn't have to do that. Your fingerprint should have got you in.
That shit don't work.
Why does nobody else have problems with you?
Alright, I'm here to pick up like 50 boxes of goddamn towels.
No, you don't need 50
I'm
boxes.
here on these. Like, I know it's like 40 something. I know.
No,
It
it
gotta
ain't
be
40
like
something.
40 something.
You bring 25 boxes. 25 boxes times 25 square feet, 24 square feet per box. That's 750 square feet right there. Bring 25 boxes and come back for what you need. See how far it gets you. I gotta come in and look for this transmission clip anyway. I need to get that.
Alright, let's go.
trust me, man. I don't even want to have to go do the lawns. I gotta do them now. It gets to be too much when you take on everything.
Especially when if I could see if I was doing that only that, it would be okay. But
No, well, you would get all the equipment then. Oh fuck! Where are these goddamn bolts? Hold on. I gotta get the other bolts. I don't know what fucking where I put those because they were separate from everything else. This is
while you do that, I'm gonna go order this shit real quick and come back.